Hey, we're Miss Mister.
And you're watching Billboard.
I think Lollapalooza is a special festival, first of all, because Chicago is an amazing city, and it's sort of unusual to have a festival in the middle of a city. I think it sort of takes on a different energy and excitement, than when you're bunkered down and you're camping out and you're going through the grime.
And this site has an amazing drama to it, just being on the water with these massive buildings around.
And the incredible sculptures in the park.
So cool.
So that's very exciting and awesome.
We could have sort of collapsed under the pressure of the second album, and the process wasn't always easy. But for us, it's all about staying true to who we are as musicians, and always coming back to that sort of root impulse and making sure that the music that you're writing feels right for you first. And so, for us, getting the room in Bushwick meant that we weren't answering to anyone. We didn't have to play the label music or our friends' music or anyone else's music before we were ready for it to be played, and it really allowed us to sort of gesticulate a little bit and create something that felt like uniquely us and felt like the right sort of next step for the band.
It's fun working with other people because I think, Secondhand Rapture were the first songs that we had ever written. And so I think most people go through that process of being in a band, or they're in high school and they're doing tons of covers, and they have the experience of playing with lots of different periods through the scope of their life. And because Max and I have only really ever written with one another, or I've only really written with Max, it was an important, I think, learning process to get someone else in the room to sort of push you outside of your comfort zone and highlight the things that maybe you don't even know that you're doing that are positive or negative. And so it was really interesting and helpful to have sort of a different ear and perspective. And Tove Lo is obviously an incredibly talented human being, incredibly genius pop artist, not only in her own music, but she writes for tons of different people. I think she's really changing the scope of top 40 music as we know it right now. And so it was really exciting to work with her, and she's playing right now on the stage that we're about to perform on, and we have some exciting things up our sleeve for the future. We won't say anything more than that, but stay tuned. You should better be at the set 4:45.